Yo, look, I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 rounds unanimous ting. Casual fans on an analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian tell.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Bro, what's your tail of the tape?
G, I'm 0-0, never fought before, and I've never lost. If I did, though, everyone's getting knocked out. It's simple as that. What about you, bro? What's your tail of the tape?
Bam, I'm 2-0. Do you understand? 50% knockout rate.
Come on.
Half the men that have entered the room with me, they left on their back, bro. What can I say?
I hear you. Listen, well, we got a special guest on. Jay, we met him. Obviously, we're gonna put we'll put everything underneath as that, so you know exactly where to find my man. Yeah, but we met him in America, bro. What's your tail of the tape?
Man, I'm 0-0, man. Just like yourself, man. Waiting for the first match. Any reporters in the boxing want to get, give me my pro review. Hit me up.
Wow, no, listen, we're really excited, and this is a pleasure for us to be joined by you. We just to give our listeners a breakdown of how this all happened. We actually met at the Wilder fight. Yeah. So
Ortiz too.
It was crazy. Yeah. See, I can't believe.
Oh wow! You wore that in public.
Oh man, every day. I wore it after the Fury fight. I wore it to the Mikey Garcia fight, around Matchroom, all that.
No, but why would you wear that?
I respect that though.
Support. I'm not going against him. Somebody had to lose. I'm not going to turn my back on the guy. Somebody had to. He lost in a bad fashion. But I still support
don't worry,
him.
we're gonna get there. Don't try to clean it. He's trying to soften it. No, we'll
try to do damage control at the top.
Do damage control, like someone. We'll get to that slowly. But anyway, we was out in America minding our own business, and we had backstage passes and everything here, but you had a different type of pass. You were literally at the front, when they're doing the questions and stuff.
Yeah, sitting next to Dan Raphael,
setting up his laptop. I was like, "Wait, what's going on?" Like,
yeah, man. Sometimes you just got to get in where you fit in. Like, I know Dan been doing it for years, and I'm not on his level, but my work ethics, I try to be just like him, So yeah. I want to be at that level one day. So I'm not following him, but I try to be in that front row just with him, so I can get a question or get a good angle. Same with like how you said, setting up a laptop. Uploading when you at these events, it's hundreds of cameras, so you try to get the content to your viewers as fast as possible. So I'm trying to record, upload at the same time. So it's a hustle.
Yeah, and you're a one-man team as well. I see you, it's just you. When I saw you, I don't know was there more people to the team? I only saw you on a day.
No, I actually work with Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah, Ellie Setback. I work with ES News. Yeah, so that's who I get credential under. So I work with him, and I've been doing that for like 3 years. My first fight was the Mayweather-McGregor fight, actually.
Okay. Hey, can you imagine that as your first fight,
And crazy, right? Learning on the job, and it's a crazy the biggest event probably in boxing that we had so far because of the people, the magnitude, just everybody. It brought so many stars I probably would never see at a boxing event until we get a fight like that again.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Any questions before just on his career before we get into the other stuff?
Yeah, so how did the Ellie Setback connect come together? Because obviously, we see Ellie Setback get those crazy exclusives with Floyd. He's got that trademark voice. How did that connection come about?
So it's funny because, like you said, he got all these exclusives with Floyd's, or he'd be at Ricky Funes' gym, Chin Goose, and I used to live right down the street. And a few years back, Charlo just moved to Hollywood, and he started training there, and he was just jumping rope one day on live on Instagram. And I'm like, man, I'm just going to go see, say what's up. So I went, and I'm standing outside of Tin Goose, and Charlo hops in his, I think it's a Rolls Royce at the time. And he's backing up. And I tell him, man, come fight in LA. And he's like, man, I'm trying to. And Ellie approached me like, oh, man, you do YouTube or something? I'm like, no. And he's like, who you work for? I'm like, nobody. I'm a fan. you know, and he was like, man, come help me out. I need some people sometimes. You know, I'm in New York, I may be in Las Vegas. I need an LA guy. So we linked up like that, and Mayweather McGregor, he needed 2 people, so he credentialed me. They accepted me, and I've been running with it since. It's a blessing.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations, man.
Yo, what's it like trying to cover boxing now when there's no fights happening? It's tough, isn't it?
Man, we're really content creators. It's hard. It is hard, especially when it's like you might be on Instagram and be like a live. It's music, so you can't use it, or a story might come out. You don't even know if it's true. Just like the bare knuckles with Shannon Briggs and Mike Tyson. People are running with it, and I'm hearing it's a rumor. Bare knuckles posted today. They didn't make a deal, so.
This is what I'm saying. Every piece of news, like what you're saying, yeah, I heard, Tyson Fury's dead, yeah, versus Mike Tyson. I was like, what? Content?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now. So it's like you have to be creative. And sometimes if you have like a relationship with fighters, you could get them on the phone, but they're human beings too. So it's hard catching up with a person sometimes, you know?
Yeah. So before we get to it, bro, what's everyone drinking right now?
So I got the Disaronno with orange juice.
I got Sprite.
Just straight Sprite, yeah. Nah.
Yeah, hopefully they don't copyright you.
No, we'll be fine, man. We're trying to get a sponsorship deal with anyone, any beverage. So right now, what am I doing? I've got JD, the new Apple JD with I don't know if it's new over in the US, but over here we just got this Apple JD and Coke.
It's good.
Fire.
Okay.
I saw the advert. I went to buy it straight away, and I was like, "Do I have a problem?" But yeah.
So last week,
go on. Yeah, go through.
Last week we were getting into the heavyweight brackets, right? You got the heavyweight bracket, right?
I said it. Yeah. I said it.
Okay, cool.
Wait, are you not going to do the? Are we not going to shout at the fans? Are we not going to read the comments? Are we just?
Snap!
We can't do that to them. We can't do that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Let's just read the comment section quickly from our last. There you go. Here you go. So we got Soulstar in the comments. Soulstar89. Your Mayweather voice was spot on. I looked away from the screen and I thought it was Mayweather. Yeah. Paul Walsh, I read that one. Enjoyed this pod a lot. Laughed hard a lot in a lot of the spots. Looking forward to the second round of the heavyweight fantasy fight. Keep bringing the content in these hard times. And I'm taking all the money, 10K or 30K. I don't care. No, he's nah.
That situation. We got to ask Jay. We got to ask Jay what he would do.
Yeah. He's taking all the money. No, that's right. Wait. All right, cool. Here we go. About Fury's mind games. Prabesh Sharma said, what do you call it? Going back to the Nigerian gum shield you talked about in the earlier pod, that is a reference to Joshua spitting out his gum shield in the fight against Ruiz.
That makes sense.
He's just telling Joshua he's a quitter, or at the very least, he wants to portray that in Joshua's head. Mind games has begun. Yeah, it's nuts. Do you want to read any two that popped out?
Yeah. So Tony Bellew won't fight Ruiz. This is from KO Boxing Vibe. He says Tony Bellew won't fight Ruiz. Remember when Bellew and Wilder had a confrontation, and Bellew was basically challenging Wilder. It was on a separate video. Seconds out, Radio Raheem asked him about fighting Wilder, and Bellew said Wilder would get him and render him unconscious. Most fighters still have the ego. Most retired fighters would never say that they will lose or get knocked out by someone if they are asked.
Yeah.
Yes. So
big up, man. Well, let's listen. Let's answer the question, bro.
Yeah, cool. So Jay, let's say you're chilling with Floyd, right? Mm-hmm. And suddenly, like, his mood changes and he just gets mad disrespectful, right? Mm-hmm. And he takes like 30 G's cash.
But they're in 10 bundles. They're in bundles of 10.
And he just throws that in your face, like, bow, like you're nothing. Are you picking it up and walking out with it, or are you walking out without the cash?
I'm taking the cash with me. I'm taking the cash with me.
Wait, no, how are you picking up though? Are you like, because the pickup's very important. But do you know what I mean? Are you like getting low? Like, are you trying to do one sweet? Like, what's really good?
See, it's funny because when you first said it, and you get disrespect when he hit you with a bulk of cash. I'm like, I'm throwing it back at him. So he might get like a stack thrown back at him. I'm just gonna try to take the rest, you know. But he got like those big security guards, so you know I might not get far. I might not get far.
I've said that raw. I'm gonna hope that the 10K that hits me in the face, I'm gonna hope that I catch it just a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. How it lands. That's how you know. If I gotta sweep it.
Yo, I'm taking 20. I'm taking 20. Yeah.
Going up again.
You know what it is? I just realized like I can't take the full 30. That's too much. That's like I'm too glad to have this moment. I gotta make it seem like, you know what? You're a dickhead. I'm taking this money and I'm leaving. I gotta walk out with a certain swag with it though.
Yeah. The walkout is important.
Yeah.
Now, so this is the main part that I really want to get into before we even do this madness. Because when we saw Jay, we got into an argument. I was minding my business. Me and Travis
we were talking to other
business.
people.
Yeah. This guy comes over and is like, nah. What's going on? He's like, Wilder will beat anyone. That's the energy that he had.
And then he's telling us that AJ's going to lose to Ruiz in the rematch.
Oh, yeah. You were wrong so many times.
Man, I was wrong both of those. I admit. I will admit. I was wrong both of those times.
But right now, can I ask you really and truly, is your guy a fraud, though? Is Wilder a fraud? Like, honestly, like, how are you feeling about him right now? Because I know it's mad for you.
No, I mean, it was a bad night. And I can't say it's a bad night. Tyson Fury, he's a better fighter. And I feel Wilder gives him a lot of respect in the ring. Like, he doesn't engage him like he does other fighters. Like, other fighters he doesn't respect at all, but he, like, shows it. He pity pats Fury. He's, like, trying to fight him at a distance. He's trying to, you know, too many game plans in his head. It's like he doesn't got his foundation under him. I don't believe in the ring walk was the reason why his legs wasn't under him. It's probably stuff building up in the, you know, the week. Fury was the better guy, and it's the equilibrium in boxing too. Then when he got knocked down, he didn't know how to recuperate. It's first time touching the face, he didn't know how to recuperate. I thought it was going to happen in the Luis Ortiz fight, but
do you think he can come back from this?
Yes, but like I said, he can't give Fury that much respect. He got to basically get disrespect. We got to go for it. He got to go in and be willing to take the knockout. And if he says Fury really has pillow hands, then like why are you scared to engage him? Like stay in a pocket and just bang with him. Whoever gets knocked out, get knocked out. Like because going and fighting him from a distance, Fury's too agile and all this jitter and stuff. Wilder's mind is going like this, and he can't pinpoint that one shot because he's looking for that one shot. And I don't blame Mark for throwing in the towel because Wilder looked bad. He did look bad. He was getting bounced across the ring. Like, he was bouncing across the ring. But with a fighter like that, you never know if he would have gained his foundation back and his, you know, legs under him, if he would have got Fury down. But it was a bad
fight on bad legs.
I don't even think, like, I think he got bested. I don't even think that he was trying to be doing strategy and this, that, and the other. I honestly feel he was in the fight and he realized in the second round, he realized, oh my God, I can't win this.
Yeah.
I am not going to win this. And now I just got to hit. I got to hope I hit him with the lucky one. But right now I'm in with a superior boxer. And as I said before, I believe that he was defeated from the last fight. As soon as Fury got up, game over. Wilder's did. And if you look back, look at Wilder's team. Because that tells you something. When they got the draw, they celebrated. Like, that's incredible. I've never seen.
Yeah, but I think they celebrated because they knew it looked like it could have gone either way.
It's a close fight, and we've seen some crazy decisions in boxing. I'm not going to lie. We just heard Oscar De La Hoya say he's putting people on payroll. I mean, I don't know if that's a true story, but hey.
Canelo is living proof of that. Canelo is living proof of Oscar De La Hoya putting man on the payroll. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said he's taking a percentage to pay the refs or something to keep them having money in their pockets because of the coronavirus, because they're out of work. I mean, you pay a ref. I mean, he's not going to go against your fighter.
Oh, come on, guys. Look at you two nodding together, bro. This is it. Deontay Wilder sent you a drink as well. Travis.
You telling me Canelo ain't never benefited from a lovely decision?
Yeah, one.
Laura.
One.
Exactly. It was Ladi Lara.
Listen,
You
we're
didn't
not
watch that fight.
We're not talking. We're not gonna
Same
listen.
same
Leave
with
Canelo
Wilder.
alone, bruv.
He's the American fighter, but I feel like he doesn't get the respect and recognition over here a lot.
You don't get that privilege of being the home fighter.
Yeah, he doesn't, and I don't know why, because he was the only American champ. But maybe it's the race. I don't know. I don't want to go to the race route, but maybe that's
It's been mentioned. It's one of our YouTube comments. This guy called Skinny. I can't remember his name, but he let a comment and just basically said that black fighters in America tend not to get the home side behind them.
They don't, and I feel like if Terrence Crawford's a different side of the table because he don't have those out of the ring antics like Broner, Tank, and Floyd.
Yeah,
those dudes, they made an image for black fighters, and that's where everybody feel like if you have one out of the field altercation, then you're going down that path, you know? So it's like they turn it back on you. And Bob, I feel like that's why Fury went with Bob, because he needed a American promoter to back him. So if he did have to get a close decision, it would be swayed his way.
Wow, that's a take. That's a hot take.
Because without a it's Vegas too. Think about it. Bob, Al, they bring a lot of money, a lot of revenue to the city.
Yeah.
So, and we're looking at a trilogy. They haven't talked about no other place. Yeah, it's been mentioned, but it's definitely going to be in Vegas.
Nah, he ain't. Listen, Wilder don't want no part. Wilder doesn't want no part of a trilogy. It's not happening. Wilder just needs to go and lie down somewhere. Maybe go to your house, bro. He don't need to be in the fight.
The bicep injury is a good out. It's a good way out.
You think he's getting out? You think he won't go to the?
I think it's a good reason. Like if he really wants to be out, that's a good way to get out of it. Having that surgery.
But I mean,
he's having bicep surgery now.
Look, he had it. The fight is not going to happen in July. It's not going to happen in August. It might be moved to October, November. You should be able to recover by then. And I just feel like as a man in the principle that Wilder like projects in, outcast in this world, like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. He has to go to the rematch. He can't.
He needs to take the step aside money. It's cool. The same way you lot gonna pick up the 30. Travis is picking up 20.
It's funny because I thought the same with Joshua Ruiz, and Joshua proved me wrong. And y'all know, I always said Joshua got the chin.
You know why it's different? It's different though, because there's 2 fights that they've had, and a lot of people feel like Fury won both of them. I feel like the draw was the right decision, but a lot of people feel like, you know what I mean? So they've danced twice, and both times now you've come up looking funny. So I don't think that
it's funny in the light.
Yeah, I don't think he should rush into the rematch.
Well, what route do he go? Because if he doesn't get the rematch, then the belts go to the UK.
The belts are here, bro.
The belts are already here.
We have them.
Look, y'all have them, but with Fury over here with Top Rank, it's looking like.
Oh, okay, I see that. I see what you're saying, but he's still a British champ.
The belts are here.
I get it. British got all of them right now, but Eddie is dying to make that fight, and it won't get made if Wilder don't take a step aside, and it won't get made if Bob don't want to do the business with Eddie. I feel like they don't do good business. A lot of people from the UK say they do good business. I feel like they don't do good business together.
To my Matchroom.
Matchroom and Top Rank. I feel like it doesn't click together, and that's
with the kind of money that's going to be available right now, you make it work. Like you, I don't know. Are you guys would the American audience be up to watch AJ versus Fury? Would there be interest, you reckon, from you guys' side?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Wow.
All Americans don't know boxing unless you're Broner, Floyd, one of these antique guys that's outside of the ring, then made you a star. They don't know you. People don't know Wilder. People don't know Errol Spence. People don't know Crawford. People probably don't know Anthony Joshua over here, even though he has over 10 million followers on Instagram. People don't know Fury. It was more UK people in the crowd than Americans. There was more UK fans there than Americans.
Wow,
That's crazy.
And I get it. It's high, but think about it. You guys pay for a flight, a hotel, so you guys' expenses was way higher than Americans. So I don't know why they don't cling onto the sport. It's funny. Boxing scene. I mean, not boxing. Boxing social.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the last fight, we was talking. We was on this topic, and I was telling them the reason why those fighters are big in the UK. Like, it's some lower name guys that's in the UK I never heard of, but over there they're mega stars.
Yeah.
What's the second biggest sport in the UK?
The second.
We say football's first.
Soccer, right?
Football.
Soccer
Is the first. Is number one.
Yeah.
Number two.
Probably rugby. Rugby or cricket.
Cricket or
I say rugby.
Or Formula One, right?
Formula One is
niche. That's like being a boxing fan. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Formula One is like fourth or fifth.
But then where do boxing come? It's in the top, right?
It's
Nah,
it's not. It's
not.
after all of them ones.
Yes, after all those. But then look where boxing in America.
No, Formula One is higher. This is the ranking. I think it goes football, soccer for you guys, rugby,
yeah,
cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna put snooker up there?
No.
Or,
darts. Hey, darts is big in your country.
Darts.
Yeah.
And then I put boxing.
Boxing, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: out of all those stars, only the soccer people are like universal stars that we know.
Yeah.
Like out of all those sports. But now you look at American sports, you got NFL, MLB, NBA. Just those three alone produce more stars than any sport in the world. LeBron James could go anywhere in the world and be recognized. Deontay Wilder cannot. He would walk down the street and nobody would know him. It's too watered down here, and
is that because and this is my issue with Wilder, because Americans have always through decades of time, there's always been that one guy that breaks through, and this is why I've said to Wilder, maybe it's just he's just not done enough in terms of the fights that he's had. He brought the people out for the Fury fight. Everyone was there, even the Fury fight, and then the fight that we saw you at
Ortiz.
That one, there was a lot of people in the house, but I'm saying that if he had a more amazing nights, super big fights, he'll bring that there, because before AJ, it wasn't like that for boxing over here. I'll be honest, like, no, it was dead. There was a little insurrection when Hay came out, and everyone was like, oh wow, David Hay, this could be the new uplift for boxing in the UK, but then it just died. Now AJ's here and he's taking fights and he's likable and he's marketable. Everyone's here.
The thing is, that's AJ though. Like, as far as boxing as a sport, there's not many other people following AJ's footsteps in terms of becoming a star over here. Do you know what I mean? The fighters and stuff, they're still only known in boxing communities.
True, but what I like about y'all networks like BT Sports and Sky, they actually promote their fighters and stuff. We're starting to get that in America now with people with Fox and ESPN, but for years it was HBO and Showtime. So if you didn't have cable, you weren't getting those fights. You wasn't being familiar with a fighter, or even like the dudes on a lower card. Like, that's why they're having a hard time getting their name up, even though they've been fighting 7 or 8 years, is because the audience was limited. Same with pay-per-view. How people say pay-per-view is dead. I don't buy pay-per-view. $80 is too much. Especially sometimes fights we want to say rigged or whatnot, or they don't live up to the hype.
That's crazy that it's $80, boy. Because over here it's like 25
angry.
It's the most expensive it's been, and that caused rage.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. So just think $80 and you're limited to the market instead of just having it on free TV. Same way boxing back in the day used to be on the radio. You can't listen to it on the radio. It's kind of like watered down. It's isolated to a certain group. Like me and Ellie, we always say 300 hardcore boxing fans, 300,000 hardcore boxing fans in America. Wow. And look at all the pay-per-view numbers. All the averages are around 300,000. It might be 318,000, 320. You might get 400, but they're right there. They're right in that mark. They're right there in that mark.
That's crazy.
What do you reckon it needs then? What do you reckon the game needs? Does it need a new star? Does it need or does it need a plethora?
Promoters to stop acting like divas. People need to start doing business with each other. It it needs to be, you know how we have those big fights on Cinco de Mayo or September, like Canelo or Mayweather used to do? You need to be, all the promoters need to get together on those one day. And you know how, like, Joshua sells out the 96,000? No fighter in America would do that over here because no Americans want to go, you know, pay for those fighters that they won't see. LeBron could sell out 90,000, but no fighter in America could do that, you know? So you have to stack the card. Floyd probably could, and I don't know now, probably in his prime, but now it's all watered down. It's like you duping the public every time. So it's like, if he was in his prime and he was like fighting like a contender, then yeah, maybe, but you still probably have to stack the card. So I would say, like, from heavyweight to welterweight, champion versus champion, no boring fights, no, you know, trying to pad the card with this guy that's record is not there. Only good, worthy fights that the public want to see. You know, and it never happened because promoters say, oh, we'll lose money, we could do this one event and make this much. But just think, if we get that once a year, and then it will settle all the beef that people have on Twitter. It'll settle all the belts. It's like, it's crazy. You have so many obstacles to cross. You got the fighters, you got the promoters, you got the network. It's hard in America. At least over there, Eddie almost has it like the UFC, where almost everybody signed a Matchroom. I know it's you know, Queensberry and his other ones, but a lot of people know Matchroom. You know, same like a majority of people know Golden Boy, Top Rank, and PBC here. But that's three people that do not like each other. So it's hard.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like when I'm listening to you talk here, it's like it doesn't seem like something that's going to be fixed overnight.
No,
do you know what I mean? But
it would never.
How does the zone fit into this?
Yeah, the zone. What's that doing out there for you guys?
Tell you the truth, I do not like the zone.
That's because do you know why he says this?
Why?
Wait, I'm gonna tell you before you jump in. I know why you don't like the zone, because you are a Wilder fan today.
No, it's not even. It's not even.
Didn't want to sign that contract.
It's
Why
funny.
didn't want that contract, bro? You said that you could pay $80 for a fight, yeah, and on the zone it's like what? It's a membership.
$100
it's like
for the year.
And you say you don't want it. I don't mean no sense.
So look, okay. The zone commentator is trash. The commentation is trash. You need to get that out of it. They bash their own fighter. Like it's like I don't know who to go for. It's like you're making me not want to watch the sport sometimes. Cause I get some fights do be boring. Like I forgot what fight I was watching, but they was going so against the fighter. I'm like, dude, you're not even supposed to do that. That's your home fighter. You make me think he sucks now. You know, he's not. He doesn't even suck. It just some people feel another fighter out. You know, you get in there with a guy. He lines up a different way. He steps on your toe. It's different angles. It's just it's kind of crazy how they bash their fighters, and then the level of competition is not there. Some fights in the past, yeah, like when Joshua fights or like when Canelo fights, or even the Mikey and Vargas was cool.
Yeah.
But it's not like how some of the fights that we get on ESPN or Fox be or
so
Showtime.
You're saying really and truly, all you want is better commentary then, and then they'll get your money.
That and a better roster. I feel like this.
But they're blocking Eddie. They won't even let Eddie get Eddie said he's got money to give out. I've never seen an interview like he said, listen, I've got the money, call me. And then maybe, I don't know what it is, but people just muddied his name out there that people don't feel the same way about Eddie Hearn.
I'm not going to mention no names, but I have seen from a fighter phone contracts that Eddie have sent. And I'm just going to say, the person that they signed with now, yeah, that ESPN number that's reported, it might be low, and that's why Eddie's giving these offers. But the back end that some of these fighters get is way more than what a lot of people are seeing.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
but Eddie to get these fighters, he's going to have to give these Canelo offers. He gave Devin Haney $100 million, right? Or what is it? What is it, Devin Haney?
I don't know what Devin Haney's on, but
Devin Haney offers high, but then you offer a Charlo or a Broner $2 million for 3 fights. I mean, $6 million for 3 fights. That's $2 million a piece a fight. It's not what a lot of people think. Like a lot of people like, oh, Broner don't make that. He only makes $1 million a fight. But back end wise, the stuff that doesn't support it.
So let's say, Wilder turning down the DAZN deal.
That was crazy.
To go where he went. Was that a better deal for him? Potentially.
It could
Yes.
never have been,
Why not?
bro. So right
100
now,
mil. It was 100 mil over 3 fights.
100 mil over 3 fights, right?
I think that's what it was.
What did he just make with Fury alone?
He didn't make anywhere close.
He didn't make no 100 mil.
Nowhere
Man.
near.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying 100 mil, but just if you break 3 fights, 100 mil. What is that breakdown like?
It's like 33.
33, right?
Yeah.
So just the Fury alone, he made like 25, 28.
And now you ain't got a belt. So you lost money.
It was guaranteed 100 mil.
You were guaranteed money.
Guaranteed 100 mil, right? But you're aligning yourself with a promoter. Basically, he's free agent right now, right? That's why Eddie can offer him, right? Because Al Heyman is that advisor role, not a promoter role.
Yeah.
So when you sign with PBC, it's like, have you been noticing like Bomb Squad promotion, but nobody signed a Bomb Squad promotion, but it's on the banner at the fight. It's like the fighter has his own promotion without having to align with another promoter. To me, how I think it is, I don't know if it's really like this, but how I think is like you're not dividing your pie. Like you're not dividing your purse amongst another person now, you know? You're getting a little bit more of the take.
Like how Golden Boy pretty much set up, where you started to see that a lot just in... I think how Golden Boy promotions pretty much died, because when Oscar was fighting, was that there? And then after, as he finished, because every time a fighter's on the way out, you'll start to see his promotional, and then he'll step back, and it's just, you'll see Bomb Squad promotion probably now.
But it's like, okay, for example, Mikey was signed with Al or PBC, but he signed that fight deal with Matchroom, right? He fought under Matchroom, but it was Mikey Garcia Promotions on there. So it's a co-promotion. So he had to get a little bigger piece of a pie. If Rosado or Daniel Jacob, they just signed. They don't have a promotion company or something attached to them where they're getting more money, you know? So that's why I feel like if Wilder would have just signed with Matchroom, he wouldn't have that Bomb Squad promotion to get, whatever.
I think as a champion, he could have leveraged something. I think he just didn't want to have the conversation because your guy is ducking my guy. Your guy didn't want it.
But
your
honestly,
guy didn't want no AJ Smoke.
You think Joshua?
Bro,
Wilder?
your guy didn't want the AJ Smoke. He didn't want to fight. He went to fight an overweight Fury.
You know what?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Go on.
Do you think the Wilder Joshua would have made more than 100 million that one fight?
Yes.
Easy.
And I feel like that's why they didn't sign.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
That's why Al said don't sign, because this fight, it's on a Mayweather pack, a Mayweather McGregor, where you're getting into
just
mold.
Lift up your camera just a little bit. Sorry. There you go.
You're getting in multiple, millions, 300, 200, it's going up. It's not. I ain't gonna say
run the risk. It's like that. What I don't know if you've seen the MJ doc, but the Pippin story. You run the risk of, if it doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, what happens now? Because now Wilder's sitting here and he ain't got nowhere to go.
Said that. Look, I'm glad you said that, because I can't say Wilder didn't want to fight Joshua. I can't say Joshua didn't want to fight Wilder. But put it like this: the promoters, if they really wanted to make that happen, even the organizations, if they really wanted to make that happen, they could have made those two to get together and make it happen. So Eddie Hearn, making it go long, Al Heyman making it go long, they both got shot in the foot. Joshua lost, Wilder lost. If they both didn't lose and they would have fought beginning of last year when Joshua was supposed to fight Big Baby and all them, it would have been big. It's still going to be big, don't get me wrong, but
it would have been super.
It's dented now. It's not the same now.
No, but it's tainted. It is tainted. And that's why it was sad. When I saw Fury when they raised Fury's hands, I was like, Joshua was supposed to do that. Do you know what I mean? And he would have done that.
But I feel like the same way when we beat Joshua, I was saying Big Baby probably would have beat Joshua too.
Hell no, bro. Bro, what?
I'll let you get that off.
No, I'm not saying skill wise, but the Joshua that was in there that night,
he wouldn't have fought him like that.
You don't think so?
No way.
Do you know what? Do you know why? Because the reason why Joshua was like that night was because it was Ruiz. He just didn't get up for him. Do you know what I mean? It's like Lewis versus Hasim Rahman. There was just no respect. He just walked in and thought it'd be a routine night.
You want to know what's funny? Let me ask you this. Who's a better fighter, Big Baby or Ruiz? Before y'all seen Joshua fight.
Ruiz.
Before y'all thought that before?
I didn't feel like that before because I didn't know about him before. He
That's
came
what
in
I
as
feel
a
like.
replacement, so I just thought he's come to be a cab driver and get beat.
And you know what's crazy? I feel like a lot of people from the UK had that, thought. And
That's
even with
cool.
Josh, but Eddie said it himself, and we told Eddie, no, Big Baby. I mean, we told him Ruiz will be a way harder fight than Big Baby.
It was
And
nuts.
the only reason why I have seen Ruiz fight probably 5 times, and I've been doing this for 3 years, and he fights outside sometimes, and he maxed the dude out every time. He looks sloppy, but the guy is fast. He's short, and I knew as soon as somebody underestimated him, he's going to capitalize on this because he's been hungry.
And this
This
is why. This is
AJ
why. Sorry, Chich, can I jump in? This is why Wilder needs to. He needs to take the walkaway money and fight Ruiz. It'll be amazing. America, Mexico, heavyweights. Let's go. I'm
Why
telling
Ruiz?
you.
Why Ruiz?
Because they're
Why
both,
not like Dylan White or
they
somebody?
both have let themselves down incredibly. It's the letdown championship fight.
Yeah, but
I
don't think
I let-
there's no money. There's no money in that fight though.
No, because the build up. Because if I win this fight, I need a title shot again. I need to fight for the title. It makes sense. It's like a super eliminator. It lets us prove. Because in that fight, you'll say to yourself, someone is good here. Someone is great. After that, whoever loses that fight, it's a wrap for that person. Yeah. The next person can say, I've beaten a worthy opponent. There's not enough worthy opponents.
Yeah.
Really and truly, we've both come off a L. This makes total sense, and we're both signed to the same place. So it's not a hard fight to make. And it's, again, America versus Mexico. Let's go. Heavyweights. You can sell that in Vegas. They'll watch it. We'd watch it because we're boxing fans. But it's big. It's a big enough fight. Wilder can sell a fight. We know that now. Ruiz can sell a fight. And those characters together, it will be interesting. And I will respect whoever wins that fight. I'll say he is next for a title shot.
But
I swear to you.
Do you think so? Like, look, go back to where I said, like, if you guys get the Fury Joshua fight, you're gonna hold the belts forever. American will never get a title shot for a long time.
No, we'll give
Just
you a
because
title shot.
how time has gone against y'all. How Wilder held the WBC, and they hold him up, and I get it, it's a mandatory or whatever, but it's ways around it. We see Wilder having fought Dylan White. He's been in the military for 2 years.
Running from him for 2 years.
But
What
you know
do you
what,
say
though?
to that?
I
What do you
can
say
say-
to that?
But Sullivan came out and said that Wilder wasn't, Dillian White wasn't actually the mandatory. He said he was the mandatory. He goes, he was only the mandatory for like 6 months or something like that.
But that's what I said with boxing. It's like we want to see these matches, but we can't because nobody really invoked the mandatory. It's like if you're the champ, you could say screw that mandatory. And I don't think it's like
But
the
you
number
have to
one.
vacate
should
usually
fight in
when
top
that's the
five.
case.
Look, number one should fight top 5. If you're the champ, you should fight the top 5. Don't fight no dog that's ranked in the top 15. I hate that's the rule. It should be top 5, not top
That's it.
15.
That's it.
Like, and it'll give people actually better fights, and it'll give that guy that's at the 5th spot actually a shot too. Because we just seen everybody just throws around 3 names: Joshua, Fury, Wilder. But it's actually other people. I would want to see Joshua fight Ortiz. I don't know why nobody ever calls for that, but
we don't want Ortiz to fight
Ortiz-
no more.
Ortiz has been the boogeyman for AJ for years. They didn't want that fight.
But exactly. But I want to.
Ortiz Travis, make yourself clear. Ortiz didn't want that fight.
No,
AJ.
that was only recent years. Ortiz wanted AJ a long time ago, and they weren't on it at all.
So let me ask you this: do y'all know about Ortiz signing to Matchroom for that 1 or 2 fights because he was promised an AJ fight and then it didn't happen and then he left?
See,
That's what Ortiz said happened.
But where
That's
was
what-
that time when they called? Because they called him for the big baby.
that was recent. That was the Big Baby Miller fight.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, he probably didn't want to do it in a short time notice, and I mean he's getting old.
Oh no! I think he crashed.
Yeah, he's crashed.
Ah.
That's fine.
Wilder popping.
Yeah, you're back. You crashed for a
You're
second.
back. You were saying he's getting old.
I'm back. I'm saying he's getting old, but as you seen, he had Wilder down the whole fight, and then one little mistake, and Wilder capitalized on it. But
Yeah.
just think if he could have held on, still at that old age, still at all the weight, he still could fight.
And that's
True.
my thing. How I feel about that fight is he got carried away because if you notice, he started to win the fans as the fight went on. So everyone was in there for Wilder. Then people started to actually start to cheer for Ortiz. in the fight, and I think when he hit Wilder with something, and he thought he could trade.
He started believing it. Yeah,
he should have followed the game plan, and he would have won that fight. But again, but the fans, the trading, and that's the thing. Sometimes when you've never been to the mountaintop, you're not gonna manage. If you never felt that feeling before, the big fight feeling, that's why I say I never go against Canelo, because he's a big fight man. He'll be in the, like, he knows what it's like to be number one, you know, and I think that's the difference. That's why I now rank Fury above AJ purely on the basis of that number one feeling. You know, it's like on the biggest night, can you get it done? And I've watched my man go again. I watched him go to Germany. I watched him get it done in Germany. I watched him go to Staples Center, got it done in Staples.
No, he didn't.
Go to Vegas.
Got it done in Vegas. You got it done in Vegas.
Like,
Let's
come on, like,
rewrite, bro.
Huh?
Let's not rewrite history. Got it done in Vegas.
And Staples Center.
No, he didn't. He drew
in
Staples Center.
Staples Center, man. And I was fat. I came back. I have no respect. Listen, Wilder needs to go and sleep somewhere, fam.
Hey, so look, to end these controversies, how should boxing be judged? I think that's the biggest thing that happened in the first thing. How do you judge a boxing fight?
Oh man, there's a few. I think it comes down to your preferences in the type of boxing that you like first and foremost. So
inside aggressive.
Some guys, they like the aggression, they like ring generalmanship. You know, they like the guy that's just forcing the action. And some judges appreciate the defensive slick stuff. So when Mayweather's, like, judges who will look at Mayweather and score him 10-9, 10-9 throughout the whole fight, they're watching the little small intricate details of how Floyd is managing the fight. Whereas some guys, they just like a brawn type of boxing. So I don't know. It's a tricky one.
I'm an inside guy. Inside, force the action, take the center of the ring, like, make it your fight. That's
so
right, yeah.
Same in the championship fight, same rules. Because, you know, some people say you got to dethrone the champion.
You're setting us up for I feel like this is a setup still.
You know what? That whole dethrone the champion. I believe that philosophy though. I don't feel like you should come in and nick the belt from the champ by just going there and avoiding any exchanges. I think it's kind of wild. But at the same time, if you outbox him, like when Floyd beat De La Hoya, there was a nice equal measure of dominating him, outboxing him, and just, you know what I mean, there's a right balance of everything. Whereas I feel like if you came in and played it safe for 12 rounds, I'd be like, nah.
That's a good. So Jay, how did you feel about the AJ reclaiming his titles fight? The rematch against Ruiz.
He did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. Yeah, I respect it. I mean, he didn't show me anything different. I mean, I know.
That's a lie.
He didn't show you anything different.
No, I'm saying like this. Fighting style. It's the same shots. They come off the same. He just was himself. He wasn't himself in New York. I don't know what the hell it was.
No. But you've never seen AJ fight anybody like how he fought Ruiz in the rematch.
What, just jabbing him and all that?
He was light on his toes. The movement.
That's all he did was jab him. I mean...
Yeah, but the movement, for his style, he's a come forward guy. So he switched up his own style.
But, okay, so, like, I go back to... I forgot which fight it was, but he had a little glimpse of that in the fight where he was not engaging the guy and, like, staying, like, jabbing. I think it was Takam, or I want to say... Who did he fight before Carlos Takam?
I think that...
Was it Parker?
Was it Parker? It was one of... I think it was
Parker. No, Parker was the one you're talking about. Where he kept it long the whole way through.
He was trying to keep him at bay.
Yeah, it was Parker. That's how he fought that.
He did say after that fight, he was trying to show everyone he could box.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, little glimpses I see in him, I just feel like he wasn't himself in that Ruiz fight. Maybe he did underestimate him too much. But I don't see anything special in Joshua. Lennox was special. Joshua, I don't see special.
He's a
good fighter,
bro.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Special than Wilder. If you can see something special in Wilder and not in Joshua, something's wrong with you, bro.
See, I don't see special in Wilder. I don't see special in Fury either. They're just good fighters.
Interesting.
They're just good fighters. You know, everybody has their thing. Fury has this movement that makes everybody's mind go crazy. They don't know what to do. Wilder got the...
That's what I'm saying. The bandwidth didn't want him to lie like that about Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Bandwidth was like, no, freeze him.
Funny. As a moment still.
Bandwidth was like, listen, I can't even let you talk about Wilder in any form, bro. Look, see,
I froze again.
yeah, no,
Yo,
you froze,
there you
but
go.
you froze when you're trying to lie about Wilder. But go true.
No, what is the last part you heard I said?
You said Wilder, and then it froze.
Oh,
you said that go true.
I was saying Wilder has that one punch. That's all he has. Joshua has. He's more all around in both of those two, but none of them are special. None of them. They're all
What's the
good
best
fighters.
thing?
Don't
I respect
That's
that.
the
If
best
that's
statement.
if that's the take, I can respect that. Do you know what I mean? If
because they all have one thing they do good, you know. And I don't feel like they. For instance, Canelo, he adapts. He shows us something when people like doubting him. Okay, he can't do this, he can't do that, and then he shows us. Oh, I can't. He adapts. He shows us that
but
he.
wouldn't you put Fury there now? Because Fury, when we were all laughing when Fury said he's gonna knock out Wilder, we were laughing like we were super
I'm not
laughing.
gonna lie. I never seen that scenario coming, and I definitely did not see that coming that fast.
Yeah.
So doesn't that make you special though? Doesn't that put you in now a
No.
special ranking?
No, because I'm gonna tell you why. The media is to blame here. You pump a guy so up, everybody, you pump him up and he believes his hype. I'm not saying Wilder believed the hype, but I'm anointed by God and all this. You start for God, dude. You know, so I'm not, and you know, Wilder's my guy, but it doesn't make it special because how he beat him, you know, because if the bell would have rang and Wilder would have punched Fury one time and knocked him out, I'm not going to say Wilder's special because of that, because we know he has that punch, you know. But now, if Wilder would have boxed Fury and won him on the scorecards, I still probably wouldn't say he was special. Wow. He just showed it. Look, he just showed us that he could adapt. He showed us something.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean when you talk about them being special, because special fighters, they don't look like these guys.
So how
special
do you
fighters,
become? This is now we're onto how do you become special? Because you now said the top 3 heavyweights in the world of boxing, none of them are special. How does one become special?
Look at Lennox. He said Lennox is a special fighter. Look at the package of the fighter. Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying look at the package of the fighter. Lennox's skill set, the adaptability, the levels to his game over his career showed so much versatility. Whereas if you got a man who does one thing great, then you gotta be like, yo.
I think it's the people that I beat that can make me special, and the how I adapt in a fight on the night as well. I think that's when you start to call someone special. If Fury beats AJ, and I don't know, takes out Dylan, he's got to be called special. Literally, there's no more talk. He's done it. Do you know what I mean? I've beaten everyone that you guys rate. Now you have to talk about me with the pantheon, with the.
What about if none of these guys are considered special?
No, because this is like the LeBron. We're not having a LeBron argument with the MJ thing, where it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like
no. LeBron is up against KD. He went up against Kobe. This guy was. What do you mean? There's special players around LeBron.
No, I'm saying that. No, but the league is bullshit though. In terms of who they're going against. Here you go, LeBron man to the end. I'm saying right now,
I'm not hearing this.
Elbowing guys. I'm saying when I was playing,
LeBron is 260. If he goes back to that time against them, man, he's doing damage.
No, because I'm saying it's different. We were saying stuff when I was watching. I started watching, not even to get into NBA discussion. I started watching NBA in this LeBron era. So watching this MJ doc has been amazing to me because I've seen the fouls that Harden gets. If Harden was to ever play in that Michael Jordan era when they were dragging man to the floor, it's a madness. So now people respect the old school guys because of what they've done. Now we're saying that there's nothing you can do to become special, really and truly, because it's the competition.
Mayweather just retired, and he was a special fighter.
Because he's undefeated.
Canelo is here right now, and Canelo is someone I say is a special fighter. So it's not about the old days.
And look,
would you say you respect Canelo for what? What was the reason as to why you said? Is it the fights that he's had, or what was? How did you now put Canelo in that space? Is what I'm really trying to understand.
Look what Canelo has done in the sport. Okay, for instance, he fought Mayweather he was younger than me. Like, I'm only 26. Like, you're fighting the best guy, in the sport right now. So, like, it's a shell shock. I mean, he's in there probably with an idol, even if he's not going to say it. It's like, damn, you got to look up to this guy some kind of way. So that's his only loss. But look at everybody has fought since then. A lot of them have been champions. And what he been doing in these last year, I'm not going to give him the Rocky Fielding, but the other ones, like, you moving up, going down, all that, you're showing, like, how these fighters used to be. Yeah. Like how James Toney went up, how Evander went up, like how all these guys used to go up. It's basically like, I'm a man, I'm going to test myself against another man. He's looking for another test. He's not just babysitting the division. Like, I'm just going to keep beating up on GG, the Jacobs on the 160. Let me go try to get a bigger fish, It's like what Usyk is doing. It's like he didn't have to go to heavyweight. And I won't give him special either. But he did move up for that challenge, So it's like, you got to challenge yourself. Fury is the closest to being special. Out of all the 3 heavyweights that we were saying that I said that's not special, he is the closest because he did beat Wilder, he did beat Klitschko. Now, if he do get in there with Joshua, he basically has fought, the top of the crop right now. If he beats Joshua, he gets it. If he beats Dylan White, if he beats Ortiz, he cleaned out the whole division. He ruled it for, he beat the man who had it for 10 years. Then he beat the guy who had the WBC for all these damn defenses. So it's like he's doing stuff special little by little. But it's like
it's true.
The promoters got to let them fight. Joshua and them got to fight. Fury got to fight. Dylan White, he got to fight Ortiz. It just has to happen. I get it. It can't just happen, next month. It takes time for these fights between. But come on now, we've been saying the same names for 3 or 4 years.
It's disgusting. All right, let's get into this bracket, man. Let's do it. So, we tried this last week, and it was mad. It was nuts. And I don't think you're gonna let me do what I want you to let me do in this record, just from how you speak about my boy Joshua. So, 1 second. Let's go. Let's go with the first fight. Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe. What we saying here?
Lennox.
I got Bowe.
Get out. Get out. Get him off. Shut down his guy.
Wait. How do I mute him?
Huh?
How do I mute him? I can't even mute him, but I want to.
Look, I'll tell you why I got Bowe.
Go on.
If Bowe stayed in the gym and dedicated himself, he had cleaned out the whole division in the 90s. He would have never lost to Evander again. He would have cleaned out everybody. He just could not stay dedicated. It's the out of the ring antics. It's like he wasn't the first black fighter to do it, but he got bit by it and it got him bad. It's the same like if you look at him fighting, just the it factor, just the ferociousness. He's like he'll scare the shit out of a guy. People are scared of Mike Tyson for that. But I think Riddick Bowe will beat the shit out of Mike Tyson if he really trained. Like, if he dedicated himself in the gym those 6 weeks or 8 weeks, wherever they was training, just dedicated. No partying, no girls, no drugs, just dedicated. He'll clean out the whole 90s.
But the problem is, Lennox did all those things, which is why he cleaned out that era. So Lennox has to go in over Bowe.
Hey, but this is why I say fantasy heavyweight bracket.
Because wait, we have to be real, bro. Listen, Jay, you can't come here and say what you're saying because it don't make any sense.
Man said if he
threw his whole belt in the bin.
Get that out of here. He threw his belt away.
He threw his belt in the bin. Can you imagine Wilder doing that? Like Wilder saying, yo, I don't want none of this.
Because I'm paying you to represent. I'm paying Suleiman's dad to $30,000 to put this belt around my waist. You're not getting hit by this big heavyweight dude. You seen them fights that they used to have back in the day? That wasn't no ref could stop that. That was a real fight.
It was a real
man. But that Lennox fight should have happened, and he ran from it.
It's funny. Did y'all see? No, y'all wasn't at the first Wilder Fury, huh?
No.
So y'all didn't see when they had all the champs on the stage, and They had Lennox and Bo.
Lennox.
Yeah.
They can't stand next to Bo. And that's why I just said that ferociousness back in the day was in your head. That
No,
this
no,
guy.
no. Lennox has been you got
Lennox
it
is
wrong.
the mind game guy, bro.
Lennox has
Don't
been
do
on
that.
him.
I know that. But look, when he said he couldn't stand next to this guy, I'm like, out of all the years, I mean, Mike Tyson bit fucking Evander ear off, and they passed that. They hug talking. Out of all these years, you still hold this shit like
No,
y'all
but
going to.
Evander's the
Bro,
super
when
Christian.
we
Evander's
sat down
like
with
Drake.
Lennox, yeah? When we sat down with Lennox, he told us that day he was coming to fight Riddick Bowe in that same day.
But
And
he-
the only reason why the
Hey,
fight didn't happen was
I'm
because he
gonna
was chatting to some girl.
I'm
He
gonna say
wanted
like,
to smoke too.
if he would have never said that and stood next to Bo, and Bo said something, and they confront each other, I'd rather that happen than he saying.
No,
I can't
Lennox
stand
said he
the Bo.
was about
He
smoke
said,
on
he
that
said,
day.
we've
He
come
said,
there that day to fight.
Hey,
what
hey.
he was saying.
He had it in his mind, and then when he probably seen him, it all changed. Cause I'm gonna tell you,
Nah,
like,
you ain't gonna get that off. The
Okay.
last undisputed champ, sit down.
hey,
We're
y'all
leaving.
good? Hey, y'all good with Lennox, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Bo-
we'll be honest. Listen. I watched the greatest, probably for me, the greatest thing I've ever seen was Evander Holyfield versus Riddick Bowe. I couldn't believe it. I sit there, sometimes I just watch
Which
it
one?
again.
Which fight?
But
You're talking about round 10 of the first one, innit?
Oh my god.
One of the best rounds in boxing.
Oh my god. The first one, I was sitting there and I couldn't
That's the
believe
real
it.
fight.
I couldn't believe it. Then after I found out that I got more rounds, I was so happy. I
Yeah, I thought it was over.
So that's why. So I respect. Don't get me wrong. I respect Riddick Bowe, but I just don't respect the fact that that fight was there. It was available for him, and he didn't want it. Yeah.
And Lennox beat him in the amateurs.
True.
So
True.
what we're gonna do? The process of this year is
Lennox is going
two
through.
people will outvote. Two people will outvote, and that person is
Alright,
the
cool.
winner. Yeah.
Cool.
So right
Yep,
now
right.
you're outvoted.
Lennox.
So Lennox is through. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
go across to Joshua versus Holmes. I got Joshua.
Why? I gotta hear this.
All right, cool. So
That's cool.
I've watched let's say I watched because I was ready for this. I watched a lot of Holmes fights, yeah. Holmes, I would say is this I feel so disgusting saying this. Holmes, yeah, in terms of chin wise, yeah. Wait. A hit from Joshua, who would say is a knockout artist. Would we call Joshua a knockout artist?
I don't-
You have to.
He's not a knockout artist, but he has power.
Yeah,
You'd have
that's
to give
yeah.
him a.
Hey, not off the subject. One thing, Joshua, I love that he does that fucking uppercut. He has a great uppercut.
Beautiful. And the left hook straight afterwards.
Yeah, great uppercut.
There you go. So now let's imagine this. Yeah, they get close, and I've seen Holmes go down by people that should never have taken him down. Yeah, he's hit the canvas before. I'm not saying he's been knocked out, but hit the canvas. Now, one of Joshua's best techniques, except he didn't show against Ruiz, is his finishing capability. The guy can finish. If he realizes you're hurt, he'll go in and he'll get it done. Now, I believe Holmes will take at least two, maybe 3 rounds. I was watching the fight, 2 to 3 rounds to regather himself and get going again, knock the guy out. But I'm saying that with Joshua's power, Holmes is fast. With Joshua's power and his accuracy, I believe Joshua gets it done. Power and accuracy, I think he can do it.
Holmes has one of the best jabs.
I was gonna say
boxing.
that. I was gonna get past that jab.
Yeah, I wasn't getting past any of this. He's light on his feet. He fought a lot like Ali. He just never had any
He's got a
presence
quick
like
jab,
Muhammad
but
Ali.
He said that even I was listening to him talk. I even watched the doc on him, and he says he flashes it. He said it's not got the power in it. He said it's a flash one. So it's not like it's not a full base one. And he says it's just to line you up, but it's to upset you, distract you. Yeah.
And but it works though because like jabs look like they're not painful, but they add up. And also,
definitely.
whenever you get flashed with a jab, that's like a white light blinking in your face just repeatedly. You're open for a big shot at any time this guy wants to drop it. So I'm like, I can't see how AJ is getting through all of that.
I'm just saying that he's not a someone that can stay out of the way. So AJ will catch him.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? AJ will catch him AJ does. We cannot deny the man has got power, as you said. And when we bring in this, even as you said, with this uppercut, we see him do devastating things with this uppercut. Do you know what I mean? So really and truly, if it's AJ that we're seeing that, I don't really like this jabbing AJ though. I like this AJ that gets it done. I'm saying as a finisher,
Klitschko AJ.
Klitschko AJ, Holmes. It's not. I'm sorry, bro, and I like you. You know what I mean? And this feels This feels wrong. Yeah, but I'm sticking with my pick.
Jay, what are you saying?
I go with Holmes. I just can't see. I can't see. I'm gonna tell you why.
How is he gonna do it though?
He's gonna jab the shit out of him all night.
And what
jab,
points?
jab.
Points.
Huh?
Points.
On points. Yeah, he's gonna win on points.
Oh,
I don't. And if he does like knock out, it won't be out cold. It'll be like from knockdowns, like repeatedly knocking them down. Like, oh, Joshua tried to finish him and got tired, and Holmes just, like you said, he gathers himself and he just picks you off. He's a good person to pick his shots. And like you said, a jab is going to annoy the hell out of you. You keep getting jabbed, you're going to get frustrated where you want to get him. You want to get up in there. So if he get a little bit anxious, I feel like a hook could put him down on the canvas. A couple of more, he might get out of there.
Hey, Travis, I feel like you're with me. Come on. I was watching the fights and I was like, AJ has a chance. I'm telling you. And I don't get me wrong, there's 1 inch. He has 1 inch over AJ, but AJ will.
But you know what it is? You know why it's hard? Is that Holmes has showed so many wars. Like, so just saying, he's going to get knocked out. It's not easy to just get that over Holmes because he's taking punishment. He ain't a quitter. He ain't chinny like that.
Yeah.
Have you looked at Hay, fam? He's massive, fam. If we're going to get into a war, this is not the war that you want to be having. This ain't the war that you want to take part in, bro. There's some wars that let's go to. This war, I'm not in it.
You know what?
Gym. You're going to trade, and I'm telling you, because he's not amazingly defensive, I can't see it being a points victory. I see it being a mad tear-up, and I think AJ gets the best of it. I'm sorry to say it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm only going with AJ just because I don't want to go out first round.
All right, cool. Wait, so we got AJ through.
No one's getting that again.
We got AJ through. All right, let's go. George Foreman versus Wilder. Jay,
okay, cool.
I'll leave it to you, bro. Floor's yours.
I got George Foreman, and I know you thought I was gonna pick Wilder.
Wait, which George though? What age is George in this?
Because you know he wasn't like 48.
I don't know about Big George.
I'm not talking about that George.
I was about to say.
I'm talking about
Afro George.
Yeah, I was about to say George with hair. Dude.
Okay.
Big, solid George. not trying to get money and sell my grill, George. I'm trying to actually fight. But I just think he's just too powerful for Wilder. And he got a jab too. And he got speed too for a big guy. It's gonna be ugly for if he get like clip Wilder like how Fury got him. It's gonna be an ugly fight because it's just too much power. He's a big guy. That's a big boy.
Wilder's got the smallest legs, you know. Don't get me wrong. I say this, and Wilder will hurt me. And with that man there,
Wilder's 6'8" though.
But
true.
The frame is just tight. Like,
and I'm gonna say too, George will go to the body too, and then come up to the top, which is like, ugh.
It'd be tough. But how's George getting inside? George was only what, 6'3"?
You got to get in there some kind of way. And this thing.
No, let's be real though, because George was never agile. So he's going to be 6'3". That's 5 inches of height he's given up. Wilder never really engages. He keeps people on the end of a loose, long jab.
Travis, who have you got, by the way? Because the way you're talking is making me sound like you've got Wilder right now.
I'm talking through it. I got to make it make sense. Right. Because George, 6'3", weren't agile, doesn't move well. He's a mummy. You know, when Ali was talking, that was real. So I don't see how suddenly he just gets inside Wilder. He might be a sitting up.
But for instance, Ali said that, but Ali danced around the ring around everybody.
Yeah, but Ali wasn't 5 inches taller.
But look, Wilder don't dance, and you say he sticks the jab out there, like holds it out there, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna have to either slip it or hit it out the way and just get up in there. And like I know he's not as fast or agile, but Wilder's not going to throw a ton of jabs at him to keep him at bay. He's going to get in there some kind of way. Think about all the fights Wilder be in. Most of the times you see a clinch. Wilder throw one punch, clinch, or try to move out the way. So it's like a lot of the fight. What's the fight where was it Chris Arreola where he was doing a circle thing when he was hitting him in the body?
Yeah.
Try to do that with George.
Oh man, ribs are never the same again.
Just think of every fight somebody has got in on him, like got into where he has to clinch or
true.
Like every fight. So it's not like he just always keeps you at bay.
And Fury did. Remember, Fury walked him down. Fury walked he didn't dance in. He just walked him down. And then when he started,
George, we're going with George. We're going with George.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, wicked. So we got Ali versus Holyfield. This is very difficult.
This is a tricky fight, man.
This is a tricky fight.
I got Ali on points because there's no way, none of these two are getting stopped.
Yeah.
It's not happening. So Ali on points. I just don't see Holyfield being able to do any real damage to Ali.
Really?
Yeah, so I can just see Ali outpointing him and getting it over 12.
I'll probably go with the same Ali. It's hard to go against the guys from back in the day because they really fought.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what I said, what make a person special. You get in a ring with a guy and you might think he does this and he does something different. They're adapting. All these fighters adapt back in the day. They had to go back and pick something out the tool chest and bring it out, and Evander's not bad, but damn, Ali is
Ali's too special, man.
Yeah, just dancing around people at that volume, not getting tired at a heavyweight. You gotta be conditioned, and Evander is conditioned. Don't get me wrong.
Evander's conditioned. This is what I'm saying. It's nuts. Okay, you know what?
It's gonna be hard.
He ain't got the boxing to beat Ali though. That's the only thing.
I ain't gonna fight.
That's what separates them.
Yeah, the arsenal.
Yeah. I think Evander's one of my favorite fighters.
Same.
No, too. Yeah. He was solid all around.
All right, he's out. All right, cool, he's gone.
Yeah,
I can't believe.
go.
Wait. No, I'm not voting anyway. I can't do that.
Frank Bruno, Vladimir Klitschko.
Klitschko.
Huh?
Yeah.
Klitschko.
Guys.
Yeah, Klitschko, man.
What do you mean? Why are we saying this?
Frank was good, but Frank ain't.
Let me tell you, into believers. Yeah?
Frank, come on, man. Go on then, go.
Frank Bruno, yeah, fought the baddest man on the planet. Yeah.
And did what?
Wait. He got hurt in the second one. I'm saying. Wait.
And the first?
Yeah. No, but that wasn't what? That was a standing. What was that? Standing. That was.
He got stopped on his feet against the ropes, passed out. He was done, bro. What's your case?
All right. So wait, we both got to make the jab. Yeah. Nah. Shit.
Frank Bruno is never leaving the ring against Vladimir Klitschko victorious.
Who did Frank Bruno beat? That's
Oliver Cole. And that's it. That's it.
I didn't want to disrespect. Damn.
Yeah, I can't bring. I tried. There's no way. There's no way. All I can say that he's got durability. Do you know what I mean? But he's
where?
Huh?
Does he?
Come on, bro.
Who did he show durability against? Just stopped by Lennox. Stopped by Lennox. 4th, 5th round.
No, Lennox was onto him. Lennox was fighting another fight against Frank Bruno. It was mad.
So where are you saying that Frank Bruno has this endurance?
Yeah, let's let it go.
Klitschko.
Klitschko's free.
Dillian White, Tyson Fury.
Fury. Yeah, he don't even mess with us, but I'll go with Fury.
Yeah, I gotta say Fury as well. I know Dillian's your guy, man.
I'm gonna say Dill, man. I'm gonna say Dylan. Dylan because he's a way better fighter than Wilder.
The reason
Way
why
better.
I can't give Dillian White
Dylan
this.
is a way better fighter than Wilder, and Dylan would have knocked out Wilder. I would have been so happy to be there. I'm so upset that I never got to see that. Dylan would knock out Wilder, and it's so frustrating that I never got to see that. And that's why your guy ran away. Your guy ran away, you know.
Jeez.
That's why he ran.
Was
know that.
was Dylan White offered to fight Wilder over here?
No.
Never.
He
We
wanted
know
to
why.
fight.
And we know why.
They never gave it to him
We
though.
know why.
In America or in the UK?
Dylan will
WBC
go anywhere.
wouldn't give it to him.
No, I
It
know
was-
that. I'm saying, where did Dylan White want to fight?
Yeah, he'd have gone to America. He'd have gone
He'll
over.
fight anywhere. He's not trying to anywhere. And there's a reason why. The same way you talk about Ortiz, you got to look at Dylan in this fashion. I'm telling you, the
They
guy
got to
is
fight each other then.
huh?
They should fight each other then. And the winner comes out on top to see who get a shot.
Oh, it'd be perfect. But Wilder don't want that fight.
No, I'm saying Wilder Ortiz. I mean, not Wilder Ortiz, White Ortiz.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
White
man.
has had
Why
to
have I
jump through
got
too
to
many
keep-
hoops, man.
White has got to jump through 10,000 hoops, bro, before he can get
No.
one shot.
So let me ask you this: who has White beat?
Parker,
Yeah, bro, keep going.
Ubas has a good fight.
Chisora.
Chisora twice, Chisora once. Who else is there? After that, I think
That's it.
let's see. I'll get his record up.
Wait,
'Cause,
no, didn't he fight Chisora twice?
yeah.
Yeah, he fought him twice. Let's look at it. He's fought.
I'm just saying, like, if the
Joshua.
guy was, if he was serious about coming to America and fighting Wilder, then come over here and get a tune-up. Like, he could fight.
Nah, I'm telling. I think he's fought in the States already. Yes.
Nah. That's the best thing. Before that is
while
Lucas
ago,
Brown.
though. So like this, it goes back to what we said: a building the fighter and making the money. American promoter not going to want to risk Wilder or somebody that has a belt against, White that doesn't have nothing. They're not gaining from it. They'll risk it with Joshua because he has a fan base. He could bring the money, but White, I don't think he'll bring him money if he fights Wilder here.
Nah, it wouldn't be. Actually, no. Our fans will travel for him. He's
Nah,
built up
not Fury numbers.
No, and that's what I'm
not
saying.
Fury numbers. No,
You
Fury-
will have
no,
to
but
come
I think the what do you call it? Sometimes I'm telling you guys, once you see those two, in a gloves are off or a face off, I promise
Telling
you're
you,
buying
bro.
that fight. You are
It will
buying that fight.
stay
I
in the boxing
swear.
community, though. Yeah, but it will stay in the boxing
transcend.
community. It won't be a casual. Yeah, it won't
No, it
be
will
crazy.
transcend. I think it'll be fireworks. It will transcend. You will, even if you're not interested, you'll be like, I need to watch that. I don't know what's going on right now, but it's, because sometimes they do the WWE, the fake stuff, to try and get the fans to care.
Yeah.
This stuff here, Dillian, what he brings out in his opponents is crazy. And Wilder talks the talk. So them two coming together, oh my gosh, you'll never see anything like it.
Nah,
Seriously, you still believe that?
I'm not sold.
Oh my God. It'll be like
Casual
America
fans.
versus Great Britain.
Casual fans. You got to remember, Wilder versus AJ is a massive fight. Wilder versus Fury is a massive fight because AJ and Fury pull in casual fans. Wilder does not pull in casual fans anywhere. So Dillian White is not
I
on
feel
the
that
plateau.
White, because I
So
think
those
you're
two
selling.
together-
I think you're selling White short because he's really built.
White is not pulling in casual fans.
White
He's
is
not
a
doing
box
numbers.
office. White is doing his own pay-per-views, bro.
He's not doing big numbers like AJ though. He
Yeah,
fought
I
Rivas,
understand
and that was
I
the last
understand
big
that,
fight.
but I'm saying if you now get that fight, I think the people are gonna want to see it because in their heads they're like, whoever wins this is fighting Joshua next. It's still got that Joshua thing. It's still got that piece there. So I think it works. I think the fans will travel.
Anyway, Tyson Fury. peace.
Anyway,
Bye.
Tyson Fury, whatever. Cool.
All right. Klitschko, David Haye. I'm going with David Haye.
Over the clip. I feel
Prime,
like
David Haye, no
Don't
injuries,
say,
in
Don't.
shape. He's getting it done.
Why?
Not having.
Why?
Who you talking about?
Who is he? Wait, hold
David
on.
Haye with a broken toe.
Do you actually know who
Still
David Haye
sure.
is?
Yeah. Do you know who David Haye is?
yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
No, y'all be surprised. I know a lot of you can.
No, I'm just taking a
Okay,
piss.
cool.
I was hoping you didn't know who he is because Travis loves this guy, in a
Oh,
way that. It don't make no sense.
Oh, he just...
Listen, he's getting it done. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
No
so
injuries.
How?
He's explosive. He's landing big shots. He rocked Klitschko with a broken toe, man.
No,
So, I'm
you're
like-
not gonna do this. wait.
He rocked Klitschko in that fight with a mash-up foot. Him in shape. He's getting it done.
But Vitali's the better one, though.
That's my ledge. I
I
believe
was
it.
gonna say that this the better Klitschko.
This is the better Klitschko. This ain't even like the. This ain't even.
This one is low-key like a killer. Like shit.
This one here, yeah. There's no chance, bro. Again, I was watching. David Hay, yeah, the same man that was struggling to belly you, fam.
Bro, don't talk about the belly fight.
I just
He
want
got
to bring
Shannon
up,
Briggs problems.
huh?
He got Briggs problems.
David Hay's been ducking Briggs. Let's go, champ.
Let's not do that.
Listen,
Let's not do that.
He had Shannon Briggs fighting on Dave. Dave,
Listen.
I
know.
He promised Shannon Briggs a title fight. I was in the toilet arguing. You know how Shannon Briggs
What's
will follow you anywhere. Shannon Briggs will follow you toilet, follow you anywhere you are, yeah. And Shannon Briggs like, yeah.
Oh
you
man.
fight him? Why?
There's no money in a Shannon Briggs fight
Oh.
compared to fighting AJ. Remember, he wanted the AJ fight back then.
You're fighting on Dave, fam. Don't talk
The
about
Bellew fight came out of nowhere because Bellew cussed him out at ringside. That's where that
Shannon
started.
Briggs has been cussing
I was
him.
about to say Shannon Briggs run up on you. The champ is here. Let's go,
Everywhere
champ.
you're at. Shannon Briggs is not even UK based, but you always see him.
If Bellew never did that, yeah, and got all that attention, Shannon Briggs would have got the fight. But if you're David Hay, you're looking at this cruiserweight, chatting shit to you, you're going to think, boy, there's more money here, and it's an easier night for me, so let's go.
Klitschko didn't want nothing with Briggs either.
I don't
He
even
had
think.
Chase that man through countries.
Oh,
He
yeah,
never
word.
wanted to
There
fight
you
him.
go.
Made him fall in the ocean.
I don't
Didn't
even
want
think.
to fight him.
I don't even think David Hay wants it with Prime Shannon Briggs. Prime Hay, Shannon is not happening.
And
Oh.
Shannon fought some good competition too.
He did.
Lennox whooped him, but he fought
The
some
first couple rounds were
The first
crazy.
couple
for
rounds
Lennox.
was So I'm telling you. So right now, have you humbled yourself because you're fully? I feel like you're
I'm
humbled.
saying, hey, you guys are going to say Klitschko and it's 2-1, so it's what it is.
You gotta say Klitschko.
All right, cool. Mike
Tyson
Tyson versus
Joe
Joe
Frazier.
Frazier. Let's not just
Mike.
run away with this now. Think
Mike.
about it.
Mike.
I say Joe Frazier.
I say Mike.
Smoking Joe, man.
Mike.
I say Mike.
I say Smoking Joe.
Man, those crazy antics. How the hell are you gonna think about with this dude moving like
I
that?
don't.
And then when you get close, he pops you. Pow.
Not happening.
I say Smoking Joe, man.
Mike.
What I said about the one thing I've said about, and it's nuts. This feels nuts. I always feel guilty when I talk like this, but I have to, innit? Yeah. When it comes to when you get put in a war, yeah, and this the only reason why I say this is because of the Evander fight. It's like Evander, yeah.
Tyson was past his prime in that fight, by the way.
I hear that, but I'm talking war. When it gets to war, how do you manage in a war, fam? Because like it or not, the Frazier fight is going to be a war from round one. It's not going to be, we're not going to get it's not going to be simple. It's not, you come into the Frazier fight, this is war. It's not going to be, it's like, he's getting for the body, he's getting in close. Obviously, they're both on, Tyson's coming with that one.
Joe's on this one.
Joe's on this one. Now,
That guy's crazy.
you can't, it's not as simple as, it just gets done. Because how do you not see it going then, in your mind? Is
I
Joe
see Mike
getting knocked
Tyson
out
getting
early?
it done inside 3.
Oh, Joe Frazier losing in 3 rounds.
He's stationary. He doesn't move that much. Doesn't move, and if for Mike to be like coming at you with all these angles and stuff, it's like one shot. It is all
You
he
don't think he
needs.
can take a couple shots though? You don't think and then give back as
No
well?
Tyson blows, bro.
No.
And he's small as well, so it's not like he's got like extra size to pad it
both
out.
small,
He just
fam.
get. Nah.
George Foreman is small, and he popped him.
Oh snap! Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Devastate.
But then he was in a different place. It wasn't the same. He was in a different place.
Hey,
All right,
let's get
cool.
to the second round.
Let's go. Yeah, I tried.
So now it's Lewis and Ali.
No, it's Lewis versus Ali. No,
Ooh.
don't do that one. Do the easier one.
Ooh.
Let's go. AJ versus George Foreman. AJ to the next round. AJ to the next round. AJ.
I don't
AJ
know,
wins.
man. I don't know.
AJ beats Foreman as well, man.
He can knock George Foreman out. I don't see that.
Yeah, he'll do the Ruiz run special.
Yeah, but that's not working. He's too big to do that against someone like George.
What?
The run special? And he was out of shape, bro. He wanted to check, bro.
What, you don't think he could do the running special?
Not against George. George weren't stiff. George was stiff, but he weren't like stuck. He'd still get to him.
AJ's got to be faster than he's got to be, and he's got
not for 12. Even Ruiz slow Ruiz caught AJ with some shots in that rematch fight. If that's George, he's getting it finished.
And I feel like George's track record, he's not a slouch. He takes boxing serious. If he got to fight, he's gonna come serious.
So
he's not gonna be like Ruiz.
So we saying AJ's done?
Yeah, I'm going with George, man.
Yeah, I'm going with George.
When? What round? What round you getting?
Whenever it comes. I'm not gonna say it's like probably around 7. That's when maybe AJ starts to slow down.
AJ slows down. Condition AJ.
He stops bouncing on his toes and starts walking a bit.
You know what I think happens? You know what I think happens? If AJ can stun George, he tries to go in for the kill and it backfires. George power.
That's a plausible moment still.
Okay, that made some more sense. Even Travis didn't believe what he was saying to me a few seconds ago. He said 7th round, AJ got the
No, he starts to slow down in round 7 onwards. He ain't bouncing as much, so now he's more of a stationary target for Foreman to get to.
Do y'all agree that AJ has a stamina problem?
But you said,
yes.
But Travis, no, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense because you were putting, who was it? You was putting Wilder, saying Wilder's got too much problems for Foreman. So how now is it like that don't make no sense?
AJ is not the same as Wilder in how they approach fights. AJ likes to fight. He likes to engage.
Yeah.
So if he comes in to try and play it safe, that means he's going to be burning energy. Jay, you mentioned his stamina problems. AJ has had a history of stamina issues.
Yeah, sometimes.
So if he's trying to stay out of George's range for the whole fight,
and I think he could do it. I think he'll do the
round
Ruiz.
7, 8 onwards. No, because Foreman is not going to be stuck in the mud like how Ruiz was.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
So it's more work to do. So
cool. Yeah, and Ruiz was out of shape. Yeah, we didn't see if that technique truly worked.
So shouts out to Foreman.
All right. So AJ's gone then. He did well.
Ali and Lewis. See, this is a fight, yeah.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, if we take our emotions out of it.
No, I'm getting Ali.
Let's take our emotions out of it and the history and the social justice. Take all of that outside of any perspective on this. How does Ali beat Lewis?
Wait, Travis, are you trying to make...
Just let's talk through it together. That's all I'm saying.
No, because I'm actually deep in this. Are you trying to make Lennox Lewis win this whole championship? Because if this happens, that's what you're trying to do, really.
Not really. Just let's.
It feels like it though, because it kind of looks like it from what I'm looking at.
I'm
just saying,
I've got no agenda. David Hay was the only one where I'd say, yeah, I had an agenda.
All right, let's look at it seriously. You got to take into the fact, yeah. Because boxing, a lot of it's the mental part. It's the things that have been said outside the ring into the fight, yeah. Mm-hmm. And obviously, Lennox is quite cool on the inside. He won't really show his Lennox ain't really gonna show you his emotions.
Not always. Not in the fight lead up.
No. However, I think what we can say is, I believe Ali will have enough to get under Lennox's skin properly, to rattle him, to unsettle him. I definitely feel that, because it's got to be the other stuff. It's got to be the small percentage stuff, yeah. And I do think that we like it or not, we seen Lennox is the king. Like social media, even now, say something about Lennox that he don't like, he will at you and be like, nah. You see when I was writing?
Yeah.
So he's like that. He's looking for the information. You know what I mean? So
he'll respond. He'll bite.
He'll respond. He'll bite. And all through Ali's career, he had man biting. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only way when I think maybe he'll have that psychological side over him. And even during the fight, he'll still be talking to him. He'll be punching Lennox and telling him, yeah, where you really from? Bye-bye. 2 uppercuts. Who likes you? Do you know what I'm saying? It's nuts. I think that's when it changes. I think that's when it changes. Literally on that.
You know what is it? I struggle with how does Ali beat him? Because Lennox has an amazing jab.
It's amazing.
An all-time great jab. So does Ali.
Super combinations, though.
Yeah. Lennox has more power than Ali, right? Ali is obviously going to be tricky to hit, but is he going to be able to hurt Lennox to win the fight?
No, he's not gonna hurt. It's gonna win. That's a points win. If there's ever been a points win, that's the one. He ain't gonna get near him.
If Ali's gonna win, it's gonna be on points. But Lennox can win by a knock. Well, okay, let's not. Ali ain't getting knocked out, but he has enough power to do some damage that Ali can't do back. I don't know, man.
Now I think it's frustration. It's gonna be the Mayweather special. Words is words and frustration. He's gonna talk to him the whole fight. Yeah, it's gonna just piss him off, and he's not gonna be able to touch him, and he's just gonna be upset. That's it.
Yeah.
And then
Ali,
there's no way to like, and that's why I say you have to take in the words now, because again, that jab is one of the best jabs I've ever seen. Really.
All right, cool. Vitaly Vladimir.
Sorry, Jay, what was you saying? Are you with me?
Sorry.
Ali?
No, I think Ali too.
All right, cool.
All right, the 2 Klitschko brothers.
No,
I think that's unanimous, Vitaly.
Oh, Vitaly. Let's not even talk about it. It's finished.
Yeah. All right, Tyson versus Tyson now.
Tyson Fury. I'm playing.
Oh, man.
I'm playing.
I'm not gonna lie. This will be a crazy fight because how Fury moves, but it'll be like a Fury moving backwards and Mike stalking him. I don't see him being able to do what he did to Wilder. Like, and that's how Fury has to beat a puncher. He has to, like what you said, come straight towards him and give it to him, you know? Because the puncher thinking, oh, he's not going to do that. And that's what he did with Wilder. He caught him off guard.
We've never seen... The only thing right now is I'd love to see, and it's the same thing we said about AJ, I'd love to see Fury again with this crunk style, with this power style. I'd love to see Power Fury fight that same style of fight again, because we don't know if he can really do it again. Are you with me? So it's like almost, again, we don't know if that AJ trying to stay out of the fight and keep the distance. We don't know if he can do it again, if that makes sense, because we want to see it happen once. If Fury beats AJ with that same style, we really got to say, hold on now, this fight now, is it different? This fight against Tyson now, if he does it the same way, like batters AJ, because Fury's massive, you know, he's a giant, you know. How tall is Fury?
6'9".
6'9".
And he's like 270.
That's mad power. You see when he starts leaning.
But he's chinny, and not chinny as in he's been knocked out a bunch of times. Chinny as in he's gone down a whole lot of times. Tyson's getting some shots into that chin.
That's what I was talking about. And that's my Holmes thing. That's when I came with my Holmes. Yeah, so...
To me, Tyson get it. And the only reason why, Fury did show that he could pop, but through all the other fights, he slap punch more than he actually punches through you. He like flicks it out there at you, like just to annoy you. You know, it hits you. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like a crisp, power from the whole body, legs up under. He's not sitting down on the punches. He just flick. That's all. I don't even know how he got.
That's training though. That's what I'm saying. He's just finally trained his trainer and listened. Does that fighter? No, we ain't seen enough of it. It's not fair. It's not a fair test to say. I don't know though, because saw. What about the weight when they lock up, yeah, and he throws all his weight on him? Different.
Tyson's gonna unleash if they get that close.
It's true.
Yeah, gonna clinch Tyson.
You can't clinch
You
Tyson.
can't clinch him.
And if
It's,
you do,
He gonna
it's gonna
pull out
be
like a rock.
Hey, my
Oh
thing is,
my God.
I think the ref be scared to break up Tyson.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn, I gotta ref this crazy guy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So Mike's gone through.
yeah, Mike.
So right now we've got Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali,
Oh,
and
shit.
Vitaly Klitschko and George Foreman.
Oh, Vitali goes straight through, man.
Oh,
Come
let me
on.
think about this.
Come on. Let's
Hey,
come
that's a
on.
good one.
No,
That's
a
man.
fight.
This enough's enough now. Come on. Bruv, come on. George Foreman ain't making it. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. What we doing here? This is wrong. This is wrong. Vitali get this finished. Let's go. Let that one finish. Let that one go.
Young Big George.
George Foreman's. I like him.
Yeah. No, I hate you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, what you saying?
I want to lean towards George. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you want to, bro, and I get it. Like the flag and freedom and that, and
Not even
Independence Day,
that.
I've seen that as well. Do you know what I mean? But
Not even that.
sometimes
It's just, damn, that's almost like a toss-up. It's like who's the better man that day. Because they're both like almost the same fighting style, almost.
It's just that Vitaly's bigger.
that's
Yeah.
it.
6'7" with the same style. It's like the bigger guy.
And he might be a bit quicker.
You know what I say? It's like who wants it more. It's like, God damn. Yeah, I'll give you Klitschko. I'll give you Klitschko.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
All right, so Vitaly's in the final. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali.
Damn.
No one's been able to do this properly, you know.
You know, I truly just see Ali beating. I don't even think it's that hard of a debate.
But I'm
You
talking.
could jab
you
him
gotta
all
think about
night.
You gotta think now about the people that Ali has lost to, though.
True.
Do you know what I mean? You gotta think of. You have to. You can't not think. You know what I mean? And where he's had frailties, if you want to call him that.
Okay,
But hey, that's the same with Mike though, because if you condition, you damn near could outlast Mike. Just don't let him get too close. You're gonna be running.
you can say something, right? Yeah. So Joe Frazier gave Ali hell, right? And we said Mike Tyson smokes Joe Frazier, right? Evander Holyfield beat Tyson happily twice, right? We believe Ali beats Evander Holyfield.
Mhm.
So it's hard to kind of just
But
be
then
like,
this is what I'm saying, because I didn't say that.
I'm talking about Ali and Tyson in the ring. I cannot see Tyson being victorious over that man. I see it going long.
He's not getting knocked
Oh,
out.
what
He
about-
gotta
No,
be-
I think
What
Ali
about-
even stops him. I think Ali even stops him.
Now, what about in those first 2 rounds? Tyson comes out. You know how he's coming out, yeah?
Yeah.
And he just starts working the body.
No. Because Ali's coming out like how he did against Sonny Liston. He's coming out as light as a feather, and he ain't getting close to Ali until at least round 7.
He don't be on a bike. He be on skates. He
Yeah.
he
No,
moves
but
around.
he's actually gonna get him to the ropes at least in from 1 to 5. Yeah, Tyson has to be in the shape of his life. We're talking Super Tyson. This is like
The best he could be.
the best he could be. Yeah, I think he's still got energy in the 5th on those ropes. It gets nuts. It gets, because even if you want to put the gloves in the way where the gloves are taking a hit, it's still gonna hurt, bro. This is Iron Mike we're talking about.
Combination. It will have to be like you said,
Fast.
first 2 rounds, but I still see Muhammad Ali. Like overall, I feel like Ali will pull it off.
This is like a super Joe Frazier, fam. This is nuts. This is nuts, man.
But like it's like this too. It's like the height wise that Ali got over Tyson, and the speed of him, this footwork. I feel like he will get Tyson in the late rounds. Tyson might win a couple early rounds, but
that's what I'm saying. When Tyson wins early rounds, he wins. This is it. Like, it's not like
I don't see Tyson knocking him out though. That's the thing.
Okay.
Not from a body punch, and definitely not from the chin. It's like you got to get to the chin first, and you shorter than me, so you're gonna be punching way up there. We just see Muhammad Ali, like we said, he likes to talk crap to you, so he's gonna piss Tyson off. A lot of fighters that fight mad. I know Tyson can fight mad,
He can't.
but if a guy pissing you off, keep pissing you off and dancing around you,
Look how Holyfield pissed off Tyson with just headbutts.
Yeah, just headbutts. And he was probably singing gospel as well with the headbutt as well. That's a mad combination, you know. Never would have made it, and a headbutt is magic, though. Never would.
Won't he do it?
Alright, cool. So wait, alright, there's no.
Muhammad Ali,
we know he won. The grid, it comes from this side. It's finished. Or are you gonna actually now argue this? Klitschko versus Ali.
Klitschko's huge.
Bro, we just was trying to work out if Klitschko's gonna beat Foreman, and then this is not happening. I get we're in a lockdown. Man, I understand we're in a lockdown and we want to talk about content, but we're not doing this.
Ali Ray's victorious. This is crazy.
Victorious. This is because I started to clock, and that's why I said, "Oh, you're trying to get Lennox to win this thing," because remember there was no.
You have to listen. Lennox Lewis is, for me, the archetype heavyweight. He's that perfect size where he can tangle with guys bigger or smaller. Great jab. So I thought that conversation deserves some respect.
That's why he would have made it. If whoever won that fight wins, it's finished.
True.
Do you know what I mean? That's it. Whoever wins that fight wins. Yeah, I mean, there's no one there that can really.
So do y'all think those are the best heavyweights that they could have put on this list?
Who do you feel is missing for you, if there is anyone?
Who would you take off? Who I take off and put?
Yeah.
Who's missing?
Go on. Yeah. Who would you take off and put?
I'll take Frank Bruno off for sure.
Definitely.
And I'll probably put. I don't want to say Sonny Liston, but he has a bigger name to me than Bruno. He fought better competition.
What about Tommy Morrison even?
Him, I mean, you got... To me, Joe Louis is the best heavyweight.
Oh, yeah, they didn't go
that far back. They didn't go that far back.
But, yeah, it's kind of hard. We're not going. It's way more people that's...
I take off... I do that. I support you. I take off Deontay Wilder. And I just say my truth. Let me say my. I'm gonna take off a few people. Okay, they're all in that side. I take off Hay. I don't know why he's there. I'll take off Deontay Wilder. Again, I don't know why he's there. And I respect what you're saying now. I respect the point that you make about Frank Bruno. So I take him out as well. I think I put Riddick in. I put Riddick Bowe in.
Riddick Bowe was in.
Oh, shame. Sorry. On the other side, though. I put him on that side. You got nuts. This side is too stacked. It's horrible over here.
Yeah, but I feel like Tommy Morrison had a good run, man.
So what would you?
He could have gone in. Ernie Shavers, Ken Norton beat Ali.
I was going to say Ken Norton. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, Ken Norton broke his jaw.
A lot of people, bro. He fought a lot of people.
It was like Marciano, but we're not gonna do all of that. Like,
no, but that's too far back. Ken Norton, Ali's era.
That's mythical.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to do. I don't.
Man, like Chuvalo. These are tough guys. Trevor Burbick.
No, I put Sonny Liston should be in there.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
He was smashing guys. He was like the first boogeyman.
Wait, but would you put Buster Douglas in there instead of Tyson? Instead of instead of Frank Bruno?
Buster, all he fought was Tyson, right?
Yeah, that's kind of it. That's his story.
But you said Frank Bruno's fought.
Neither of them will be in it.
Yeah. Oh, you just get rid of it. That's what I'm saying. If you pull someone out. What about Hay then? What the hell is Hay doing there?
Hay was an undisputed cruiserweight champ.
All the time,
he was undisputed at cruiserweight. Went up to heavyweight. Yeah. Give him the credit that we're about to give Usyk.
Oh, so since we want to say that, James Toney should be on the list.
Exactly. Let's get Hay the hell out of here. pull Hay out.
Was James Toney a heavyweight champ?
He wasn't a champ, but
Well, then he's not in the same
No.
combo as Hay.
is Dylan? Hey, hold on. Is Dylan White a full champ?
Nope.
He ain't been given a chance yet.
David Hay went up there and bagged the title, fam. So
Bro,
he deserves to be where he is.
Jay, when you get a chance, go watch this Hay fight against this giant, fam. And that's why he's there.
I know you're talking about the guy. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's like 7'3", right?
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's in there because he fought a giant, and his name's David. It's that David and Goliath story, fam. They went with it, bro. He's just in there for biblical reasons.
Now you see like those like funny matches on like a TV show or something. Like
yeah.
Like little peeny dude. That's how it reminds me.
Yeah,
of.
when a kickboxer fights a sumo wrestler, one of them ones. Yeah. Listen, Jay, it's been awesome having you on, man. Like, truly appreciate you. Before you go, who you looking forward? Like, if the fight that you're looking forward to seeing, if you could make it yourself.
Any fight.
Any fight, whatever division, it's up to you.
I got a couple, and they're not even just like they're fights I want to see. So first, Tank versus Loma, just to see who's the best lightweight. I feel like Tank beat a lot of these lightweights. I feel like Loma's too. Devin is up there, but I'm gonna go Tank Loma right now. Of course, Spence Crawford, just to settle that.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Sorry, do you think Tank's the real deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I feel like if he, same way I go back to Riddick Bowe, if you stay focused in the gym, you only defeating yourself. That's that's all I see is like you getting 200 pounds, you clubbing all this. It's like it's bad for you, to be dropping all the way down to 130. Okay. And I know Riddick didn't have to cut, but it's like, come on, you got to have some type of discipline sometime,
Yeah. So, go on. So, you got Lomo Tank.
Spence Crawford, of course.
Crawford, yeah. And what's your...
168, Benavidez versus Canelo in Mexico.
Woo! All right.
That's going to be crazy.
I'd like to see all of those fights. So, yeah. I like that. Is there no heavyweight fights you want to see? Obviously your champion's gone in it, so you ain't got no choice. Now it's just.
I I want to see them all fight each other, but it's just like, to me, the heavyweight division is not where it's at no more. It's boring. It's boring, to tell you the truth.
No, it's for us, bro. We're loving it.
Yeah, because we got all the champions.
but look, the crazy part is like, y'all have the belts, but it's like, are they gonna fight?
Don't worry about that, man.
They could babysit them all day, but it's like, it just goes back to like David Hay. He fought all these years, but we're gonna go say, who did he fight? Frank Bruno fought all these years, took all this punishment, but who did you fight?
I know you ain't about to do that with all the British fighters, because we still had Lennox. You didn't say his name. You skipped the whole undisputed champ.
It's funny because before I got on this, I'm like, I know y'all gonna ask me about some British fighters or something. So I'm like, who's the top 10 British fighters? Lennox, I don't know the second guy name, and then Fury. That's all I see. I said it all for me. I'm like, damn, Lennox stopped fighting like 2001 or 02, and Fury's fighting now. It's like that's
and AJ. AJ.
I mean, he wasn't on the list. I think if he was on the list, he's below Fury.
So wait, you don't know Nigel Benn?
I know of him, but I haven't seen him like fight. And he's before Lennox, isn't he?
No, he was around about that same kind of time.
Why Lennox was younger. Because he didn't really like. I don't understand why you're not really.
You know, I know Prince.
Prince Nassim.
Yeah. I don't know if he's UK. I don't know if he's British, but
yeah.
I know of him, and that's because his ring entrance.
Yeah. What about Chris Eubank? Did you ever see him?
I seen a couple of fights, but I don't feel like he's one of y'all great. Like, if that's a great to y'all, like, damn.
No. He's a legend on the profile more so than just the boxing. So he's a British treasure, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it. But it's like, who British top 10 boxers all time?
See, I don't want to do this conversation at this.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. Not today, because we ran away. I was like 130 maximum. We're at 144, fam.
148, bro, 2 hours.
Yeah, man. Listen, Jay, big up yourself. Do you want to quickly plug yourself? We're gonna put your bits in, but you can quickly plug yourself right now while you're at it.
Yeah, follow me out on Instagram on Coolin_J, COOLN_JAY. If any boxing content, I mean, I post on ES News with Ellie. Sometimes you hear me stuttering, or some people say I sound like Rolly. Whatever. It is. A lot of people don't know how hard it is when you're trying to interview somebody and you got a set questions already set out, and then they don't engage or they answer it different, so it throws you off, So it is what it is, But keep up with things. I'll follow whoever back if you follow me too.
Wicked, man. Thank you for your time. This is Undefeated.
Yep.
I've been KG.
I'm Travis J.
Coolin_J. Thank you.
He's undefeated, I'll defeat him. I'm jabbing, I'm dodging, weaving. I'll uppercut him, I'll leave him bleeding. He's cut, man's gotta go hard this evening. 10th round, I can hear man breathing. But my fitness comes like a terminal sickness. It can't leave me, I train like I'm addicted. All this pain I've inflicted. Rip shot, leave a man winded. Take a knee, 10-8 round, that's me. Championship round, I'm sweet. Float like a butterfly, sting like bee. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. WBO, WBC. Give me all of the belts, put them all on me. Give me all of the belts, put them all on me. Undefeated. Undefeated, undefeated, undefeated.